How y'all doing? Let's talk about it. There are witnesses. This guy name is Joseph. He's a white man, okay? White man comes out, says back in 2015 that he was forced to go to a Diddy party, y'all. He said he didn't even want to go there. He didn't know what was going on. It happened at Gloria House. He said from Gloria House, they had a secret tunnel that they put him in. He said he was knocked out unconscious, and they put a mask of a ding-a-ling on his face. This was a Zesty BBC ding-a-ling party, okay? He said Beyonce was there. Jay-Z was there. LeBron James was there. So you had a lot of these basketball players, football players, and rappers that was there at this freak-off party. And these wives, they're cool with, I guess it turned them on and see them messing around with other men. So this is the reports that's coming out. Everybody is talking about it. His name is Joseph. They say he's a white man, okay? So I want to read you guys the reports, and then I have a news article that's going to talk more about it, okay? So what we have here, and before I continue on, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe here at the Messy Sweet Spot. I am your host, Gigi, with the T. All right, so here we go. A federal lawsuit accuses Diddy of hosting a twisted ding dong party in 2025, where a man claims he was drugged, assaulted, and paraded in front of A-list celebrities. So they put a ding dong face on him, and they were parading him around all these celebrities. They had the music going and everybody bopping, and the music, I think it was like more so demonic. That's what I would imagine. The music, that 808, that Kanye West, they was probably playing Kanye West music and just bopping and weaving and stuff, and they had the ding dong mask on him. Was a ding dong, was it white or black? I don't know. It could have been a mixture, okay? So they said he had the ding dong mask on him. He was delirious. He didn't know what was going on, but he can see through the mask, and he saw Beyonce, and Beyonce said, "What are you doing here?" You know? So let's get to that case. It says the accuser Joseph, okay, says he woke up at Gloria and another person mansion and was later led through a tunnel into Diddy's house on Star Island. Oh my God. That's where it goes down, Star Island. Okay. He claims that Gloria begged for medical help, but the other person shoved her aside, said, "Get your ass over there." Okay. She pushed her. What are you talking about calling medical help? She didn't want the cops to get involved. They wanted to be on down low time. Okay, the girl shoved her aside and allowed the freak off to continue. Hey, get that freak on. Get that freak on. Get that freak on. Okay, they was getting their freak on. Okay, so Joseph alleges he was stripped. Oh my God. They snatched his pants down. They snatched his shirt off. You know what I'm saying? And I imagine, they didn't say it in the article, but I imagine they probably had baby oil, Diddy baby oil raining from the sky. You know, party, think about party nightlife, a lot of dark lights, you know, the neon lights going, a lot of music, bump, the bump, the bump, 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 a lot of drugs going on. All the water was probably spiked. Okay, and then they probably had dripping water from the sky, and from the sky, I believe it was probably baby oil, Diddy baby oil dripping from the sky, and I can imagine they probably had clouds, since you know the fog machine, like foggy everywhere, you know what I mean? So that's what I imagine. It didn't say it here, but that's what I imagine, okay? It says Beyonce, it says Joseph alleged he was stripped from his clothes and he was forced to put a ding dong mask. See, that's what they do for rituals and stuff, the ding dongs, okay? And walked around. He didn't have no clothes on while he was walking around, and it was so embarrassing. They was exposing him around all those people. While Beyonce, Jay-Z, and LeBron James watch, you know, LeBron James, he loves it. Even though he's a family man, he got a husband, but it's a lot of these black husbands that would love to see a white man with no clothes on wearing a ding dong mask. They get off on white men because they want to get close to white men. You know what I mean? So yeah, they said Jay-Z was there. You know, he's a family man. He has a wife and kids. LeBron James, he's a family man. He got a wife and kids. And these guys are supposed to be straight, but they are saying that Joseph said they are on the down low. They love white meat. Okay, you think they like black kitty cat? Joseph said no, they love white meat. Okay, when they get a taste of white meat, it makes them feel like they're going to be white or they're closer to white. That proximity that makes them feel like they're empowered. You know what I mean? All right, so here it is. Beyonce allegedly asks, why is this man at the Ding Dong Max standing in front of me? Okay. I don't know if Beyonce was getting jealous. Maybe she was getting jealous that Jay-Z was standing a little bit too hard. I don't know. Okay. While LeBron reportedly said, y'all better do something about that. Okay. I don't know what was going on. Maybe LeBron and Jay-Z had something going on and he was getting jealous of the white man because Jay-Z kept staring at this man and wanting him. I don't know. Okay. It says Jay-Z was allegedly in New York on April 1st. While LeBron was in Miami for a game the next day, placing him possibly at the party, okay? Diddy Camp says the lawsuit is depraved and a blatant cash grab. Diddy lied. Diddy said this is a lie, okay? All right, so I want to know your thoughts about this. You guys think it's a lie, press 1. If you feel like it's the truth and nothing but the truth, press 2. If you guys want us to go live about this tomorrow, press 4. Okay, now let me see if I missed anything over here. So pretty much, you know, everything. So I'm going to play the video from the news so you guys can hear it yourself. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe here at the Missy Sweet Spot. I'm Gigi with the T. Gigi with the T. And I'll see you guys. Check this out.
A new Diddy accuser claiming he was sexually assaulted, raped, and humiliated at a freak-off party in Miami, and that other big stars saw him in rough shape. TMZ is all over this story. Branson Quirk joining us live. Now, Branson, let me get this right. This new Diddy accuser is basically claiming he was sexually assaulted at the freak-off party, and he claims that other celebrities were there as well.
Yes, exactly. In this lawsuit, and it's important to note that these names are not being sued, but they are named as witnesses inside this lawsuit, those names being Jay-Z, Beyoncé, Gloria Estefan, as well as LeBron James. Just to paint you a little bit of a picture of this horrific lawsuit, a man by the name of Joseph Marzano, he claims that he had, in the beginning of this lawsuit, he claims that he woke up in a mansion. This is way back in April of 2015, in a mansion owned by Gloria and Emilio Estefan, and when he woke up not knowing how he got there, he was then led through a tunnel to Diddy's house, and we can confirm that Diddy, his home is nearby to Gloria and Emilio Estefan's home, and once he was through this tunnel, he eventually came across and claimed that LeBron James was walking by in a towel of sorts, saw him in rough shape, and said, someone's got to do something about this, and then continuing on through that, they ended up stripping his clothes. They put a demoralizing mask on him, a genitalia mask of sorts on his face to humiliate him. And then he claims that Beyonce and Jay-Z saw him in this mask, prompting Beyonce to then ask, why is there this man in front of me wearing this mask? And then claims that going forward, he doesn't remember too much more. And he said that he was drugged and everything. So just given all of these facts, I mean, there is an alibi. TMZ did do some research. Jay-Z was actually in New York City on April 1st. So that kind of, combats this. And then going also to the claim that Jay-Z was there in general, and then the other people were there in general. It's just this lawsuit technically does sound like an April Fool's joke, but no, it is not. This is a real lawsuit filed by a real attorney, and this man claims that this did all happen.
Yeah, well, worth mentioning, Diddy is innocent until proven guilty. There's no proof that these celebrities were even at this party, and anyone can make up a false allegation against a celebrity or someone in the public eye to try and take them down, right?
No, you're absolutely right. And honestly, too, we did a little bit more research. And April 1st, LeBron James, he was in town playing in Miami the next day. So people are also pointing to that as a fact that he may have been there the night before. But there's just so many details here that when you look at this entire thing, it almost looks kind of like a screenplay was written throughout, comparing to the other lawsuits here, because it's so similar to the other lawsuits.
All right.